Hello everybody, it's Link, the Gulf Coast Gardener, coming to you almost live from Jamaica Beach, Texas, on the west end of sunny Galveston Island. Today's Thursday, March the 2nd, and about 2 months ago I made a video detailing all of the damage we received from a freeze that happened over Christmas. It got down to 23 degrees for a couple of days and really did a number on the plants. So check out that video to see what it looked like. It wasn't good, but news is getting better, and I want to give everyone a quick update and show you some of the things that survived and are actually thriving. So let's take a look. So starting at this end, you can see I have some birds of paradise that have actually put on quite a bit of new growth since the freeze. These first three plants have been absolutely rock stars. They've survived multiple freezes. They've survived 6-inch saltwater floods, and I think they're so well established that they'll come back from almost anything. So really happy about that. Now, these jasmine plants are what I was really concerned about. They were beautiful. They had all of this beautiful green growth all up the columns, and honestly I thought they were done for, but check it out. Lots of new growth. They're going to be just fine, and we'll have some beautiful jasmine flowers sometime in April. Down here we have more birds of paradise, which are putting on some new growth. And these are violets. I'm not sure if this was a very good spot to put violets. As you can see, they're spreading pretty readily, but these face west, and they're not very happy when it gets really warm. So I'll probably transplant a lot of these, but I was just looking for some easy ground cover, and it's really starting to fill in. So more of the jasmine plants, which are doing really well, more birds of paradise. And if you saw the freeze video, you'll remember that this leopard plant was absolutely wiped out. It was just a big pile of yellow mush, but it is absolutely beautiful now. Again, it's facing west, which isn't the best spot for it in the heat of the summer, but you know, it's really nice over winter, and in the springtime we have a beautiful plant to check out while things start to fill in. Now, these are Victoria Blue Salvia. You know I'm a fan if you've watched any of my videos, and these had frozen back to the ground, and this is just under 2 months of growth. They're already starting to flower. This may be my favorite plant for my Gulf Coast 9B, Zone 9B. They are just unbelievable. They flower pretty much all year. They handle full sun. They'll even tolerate some shade. The pollinators love them, and this is just a no-fuss plant that anyone can grow. And also, they're really easy to start from seeds. So Victoria Blue Salvia, also known as mealy cup sage. I've done some other videos on it. Highly recommend these plants. Now, my passion vine does not look good. You can see it is pretty much dead. I think it'll come back, but I'm probably going to move it to another location just because the birds make a mess chasing all the caterpillars. But passion vine's doing really well here for me. I raised a ton of Gulf fritillary butterflies, and as you can see, I've got some volunteers that are popping up. So I'll dig these guys up, I'll pot them up, and I'll move them to the other side of the house, and we'll have free passion vine plants. So let's take a stroll down to this side of the garage. Now, these are some calendulas that I put in the ground just to have some color. I picked them up at a nursery. I planted those, you know, a month or so ago. Probably not the best spot for them, but you know, it's nice to have something green and flowering before my other plants kick in. Now, this is a Copper Canyon daisy, and you can see it's coming back really nicely from the freeze. These should be freeze tolerant to a really low temperature. We grew these in Austin when we lived there, and so I really expected all of these to come back, and this one did. But you know what, these other two, honestly, they don't look very good. I'm not convinced that those are coming back. I might have to replace them or put something else back there. That is really disappointing, because I expect these plants to survive a hard freeze, and I guess the jury is still out, but it doesn't look very promising. Now, my Mexican oleander, I cut it way back. This is an original plant that survived a week of 20 degrees. It came back from the roots, so I assume this will come back as well. Again, doesn't look great right now, so fingers crossed. I do have some small plants that I started from seed that I can pop in there if necessary. Down here we have some black-eyed Susans. They didn't mind that cold weather at all. That's the three up front. And in the back we have, these are Mexican irises, and I got these from a neighbor. They froze back to the ground, but they are coming on strong. And you may remember from one of the videos that this was a patch of brown sticks This is my Mistflower, another of my absolute favorite perennials, and you can see it is coming back with a vengeance. This will be covered in beautiful, wispy purple flowers in no time. And the great thing about this, in my opinion, some people aren't crazy about how it spreads, but you can see all of these other plants. They are just popping up all over the place. And so I usually just dig those up and pot them up into 4-inch pots. They're great sellers at the farmers market. You can share them with your neighbors. But I've got little versions of these guys everywhere. You can see there's a few more back there. I'll be digging those up and transplanting them. There's another one over here. So Mistflower is wonderful. Just keep in mind, it spreads readily by seed, but you'll have plenty of plants once you get established. So that's a quick update from the garden. The freeze turned out to be not completely disastrous. Lots of stuff is making a very strong comeback, and we are off to a great start on some nice, warm, balmy days. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate you watching. Have a fantastic day.